the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get to see the Eagles' sure-handed wide receiver, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Eagles and the Steelers coming up next.
Good to be with you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
The thing that stuck out to me, Mike, was when we met with him this week, immediately, right at the start of the production meeting, was his ability to take ownership of last week's loss. He said, listen, if I don't make those 2 interceptions, we probably win that game. And when you go back and watch the tape, I love how hard he is on himself. He played pretty good ball. If he can eliminate those couple bad throws, a couple bad decisions, when he's good, he is as good as there is in the NFL.
That catch number 40 on the season for him. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he will score. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Steelers. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They are led out by the former Wildcat, played his college ball in Tucson at the University of Arizona, their rookie quarterback.
A little bit of a gunslinger mentality a week ago, Mike, and while it was a fun game to watch, I think it's something he's going to have to find some balance. I mean, for better or for worse, he was throwing the ball all over the place. Sometimes it worked out. Other times, it was a complete disaster. At the end of the day, it was enough to win. If he wants to keep stacking victories, he has to limit the amount of risky throws. At some point, they're going to catch up to him. I can promise you this. This defense, they're salivating at the mere thought of him putting the ball in harm's way.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. In motion, Reed. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 1st and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
He'll look to throw. Taking off. Waterani brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the Steelers' 19-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense, running back Kyron Williams, ready to go once more. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. Off he goes.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll run it with Williams. He'll work forward for a couple. That's Greg Newsome in to make the stop. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. We'll get this into the hands of Neighbors. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. On the give, it's Williams. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Austin Jackson, the former first-rounder, guilty there. On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now Love. That's out to Andrews as they set up the screen. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So 4th down, and the Aussie, Torrey Taylor, on to kick it away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. In motion, Reed. He's going to have the first down and more. That's a gain of 18 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. That is caught left side by Waddle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. This one is caught by Reed. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
Handoff here, up the middle. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked, back at the 5.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steelers' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. To throw is Love. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. A give, and here comes Williams. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Julian Love brings him down. 2nd and 7. Now Love. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Love to throw. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Waddle. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
27-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Daniel Wheeler is on to punt. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Here's Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Here's Love. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. This is taken in by Dobbs. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Love. That one complete to Johnston. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They get 22 yards there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
You're starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He's got it inside the 5. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe.
He puts it up, and it's caught. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Steelers 14.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. In motion, it's Waddle. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. A huge play just before the half. 35 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw yet again. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Steelers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. To throw is Love. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. A 2nd down throw for Love. This one intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This one from 47 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. C.J. Stroud has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Rome Odunze, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've gone to halftime, all square, at 13-all. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. He's caught a touchdown pass already in this game. We should get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown receptions to this point in the season. Throwing now from the gun. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And this is going to be an Eagles first down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Back to the ground after the penalty. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 14 at the 40-yard line.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance. It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Returnable from the 17. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense. And if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. And he will go all the way. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Steelers. McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Steelers are back within 6. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. In motion, Reed. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out there. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the bootleg, it's Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Oh, yeah. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st down, it is Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. On the ground, this is Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run. It's Williams. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Love. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. Here's Love. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up. McPherson's kick is good. And the Steelers will cut into that lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. His drive will start on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
In motion, it's Waddle. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
It's first down, and they'll run. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
In motion, it's Waddle. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a 1st down to go with it.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. In motion, Reed. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
A 28-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Eagles will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, when you've given up this many points, you're going to get quite the workload with your return units, and that's a really good effort right there. I mean, it's going to get lost anytime you have a one-sided game like this, but that's great determination on that run back.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. On the toss, it's Williams. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Steeler 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one on target, it's Dobbs.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Love. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Love to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a 1st down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting? Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They face 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Sending it deep for Waddle. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That'll be returnable from the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers offense ready to take over once again. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Love.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
That one complete to Johnston. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Love to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw is Love. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here is 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. This crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before 3rd and inches. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Love. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. To throw is Love. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he...
And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final minute.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. Here's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. They'll stick to the ground. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
Love to throw it on first down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Love. A ball deep for the end zone. And this is going to be a touchdown. What a finish. They win it on the final play.
I don't know how that ball gets through, Mike. It seems like the entire defense was in the end zone awaiting that pass. All they've got to do is knock it down, but somehow it's right on the money, and this has been an incredible finish to this ball game.
So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.